The great developments in modern times, absorbing major Western and global literary trends and approaches. All this happened by virtue of closer and deeper interaction with the West, especially the French and English literatures. Thus, Arabic literature was able to assimilate the best of the ideas of Western literature and could march shoulder to shoulder with other world literatures, keeping itself in sync with the modern times and their requirements. It has always remained open to new ideas. One is dismayed at coming across or to hear people say, "Oh, Arabic is such a great classical language." True, Arabic is classical if you look at the fact that it remained the high language of science, philosophy, law, mathematics, culture for close to 1,000 years, and the Europeans, when embarking on Renaissance, had to translate knowledge contained in Arabic into European languages that fueled a process called European Renaissance. It is classical in the sense of being classic, one of the richest and most dynamic languages of the world. However, if one believes that it is language of the past, there can be no greater fallacy than this. Today, 380 million people across the world, and specifically in 23 countries in Asia and Africa, speak and live this language and produce a literature that competes with the great literatures of the world. One of its writers, Najib Mahfouz, not only wins literature Nobel, rather gets himself listed in the line of greats like Dostoevsky, Emile Zola, and Charles Dickens. There are countless thousands of writers who produce brilliant literature in various forms such as poetry, verse poetry, novel, short story, drama, and other genres of creative literature and critical discourse. Like most literatures of the world, Arabic literature too went through a process of rebirth at the time of middle of 19th century and beginning of 20th century in the wake of interaction with the West. And through a process of revivalism and absorption of the new ideas and trends, it went through a long journey of evolution into a vibrant modern literature, absorbing within itself all the dominant and not so dominant trends and ideas. Starting from neoclassicism, romanticism, social realism, socialist realism, symbolism, existentialism, surrealism, and all the variants of postmodernism such as deconstruction, structuralism, post-structuralism, fantasy, and exotica, post-colonialism, and so on and on. The Center of Arabic and African Studies in JNU, being a center always keen to keep abreast with latest developments in the field, decided to hold a seminar to discuss contemporary trends in Arabic literature, hoping that we would become more contemporary and current in our treatment of the subject, in our teaching and research. We hope that the presentations, followed by active participation of the scholars in question and answer session, would greatly enrich the existing knowledge of the participants, a large number of whom are research scholars or future educators. I welcome you all once again and thank you for your participation and wish you a fruitful seminar. Thank you.